In this video, I'm uncovering the 5 proven sales strategies specifically designed to help martial arts schools enroll more students. Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer Waters. We're gonna be diving into these 5 strategies that I found really helpful for martial arts school owners. I've used it myself, and I wanna share it with you today. Number 1, the first thing that we've got to do is start discovering why people actually need martial arts. Instead of just saying, oh, martial arts helps with focus, martial arts helps with weight loss, martial arts helps with setting goals, or whatever it is, that's great, and that may be exceedingly important, and maybe most of the people inside of your martial arts school came in because of that, but that's not actually addressing the person in front of you. And that's why I think it's so crucial and so important to really think about and to address what it is that this person that's standing in front of you needs from you, from your expertise, from your martial arts, and what you bring to the table. If you can't do that, there's going to be a big issue. So you need to discover, and this is something that I see a lot of people glossing over. They might even have a piece of paper that's a sign-in form. It's like check off the things that you're interested in, and then they never have a conversation with the person after they've checked it off. You know, they just check off focus, physical fitness, confidence, respect, discipline. Oh, lose 10 pounds, that'd be great. And then the person goes, oh yeah, okay, yeah, we can help you with all these things. And then they just move on. That is killing you inside of your sales process for your martial arts school, because not actually discovering what it is in particular that this person needs from you. Do that first. Discovery is always important and is first. The second thing is we have to transform their life in a single interaction. There has to be a transformative experience. And if you can't provide that transformative experience in one lesson, there is something wrong with your martial arts process. Or in one interaction, there is something wrong with your martial arts sales process. So many people want to have a 6-week trial, or 4 weeks, or even 2 weeks, because they want the person to see the value of what they're doing. And I'm telling you right now, the value is not going to increase after one class. It's going to diminish unless you show them the value. So if you're bringing somebody in for 6 weeks and you're like, well, these people, they come in for 6 weeks and then they flake out and I'm always having to get more students. That's because they came in with initial expectations, and 6 weeks is a long time for them to not be on a clear and determined journey. Their clear and determined journey is 6 weeks, and that's it. They don't have any other expectations outside of those 6 weeks, nothing. So if you're wanting to make an actual impact, if you're wanting them to see the value of what you have to offer, narrow the time horizon down to one interaction. What can you do by bringing them into your facility? What can you do to show them in one interaction how you will forever transform their life and how you will forever be able to help them achieve the thing that they're wanting to achieve, or the thing they need? Again, if you don't know what that thing is, start with discovery. The third thing that you want to do is, after you've had that transformational experience, after you've had that aha moment with that prospective student, next thing is you've got to actually ask them for money. You've got to show them what your program's going to do, and then ask them to pay that price. What's really interesting is when I've worked with my own sales team in the past, or I've worked with other clients inside of our martial arts school 7-figure dojo program, one of the things that's super interesting is that people will love to talk to other people about what their problems are and how they can help them, and they'll go through discovery. And they love transformation, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to teach the student the most amazing class, or they're going to have this transformational experience with me. But when it comes down to asking them to sign up and to actually selling them, people want to skirt around this. In fact, some people want to automate this process. They want to bring the first 2 pieces, but then they want to automate it. And then you start wondering, why would someone want to automate it? Well, obviously there's ease of use, right? You don't actually have to do that interaction. But then the other reason, if we dig into this even more, is there's just a fear there of being rejected. A fear of someone saying, nah, this is not right for me. A fear of someone saying, what? You're asking me to pay that much money? A fear of someone saying, I can't believe you would ask me to pay this amount of money. If that's the case, if you're afraid of presenting it and being turned down, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, one, is my program actually worth what I'm asking for? And if you feel like it is, like you were totally 110% justified in that, you've done your market research, which, by the way, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, go check out one of our other videos where we talked about how to properly price your martial arts programs. And you can check that out and then come back to this video. But if you are totally justified and you know exactly what you want to charge and how you're going to charge it and the value and you're going to fulfill and all that, but the only thing that's stopping you from actually getting that new student to pay you is that you're afraid, think about it the same way that you would think about competing in a tournament or doing a sparring match or grappling or showing off your kata or even testing. If you're thinking about it in that sense, the next thing that you need to understand is that fear is a fear of you being rejected and a fear of you possibly not living up to someone's expectations. And I really feel like that just needs to go away. I really feel like if you can put that on the back burner for a little bit, you'll be able to transform more lives. Think about it this way. Every time that you bring someone in the door and you hold back from doing all that you can to enroll them into the martial arts school, what will their life be like without you in it? And if their life could possibly be worse because they're not actually doing martial arts classes with you, then why would you not try to give your best effort to enroll them into your classes? Go for it. That's the thing that I want you to get out of this. You have to go for it. Now, the fourth thing that you want to do is after you've already sold them on your program, they've said yes, they're signing up, you have to resell them. No, not in the same interaction, but you have to resell them over the next few weeks. The value that they're getting on the mat in their interactions that they're having when they're with you, like in the first class, the second, the third, the fourth, a couple of weeks, maybe a few months into their journey, it has to be there. If that value is not there, what they paid for, they will quit. They will tell other people that you stink, that no one else should sign up in your martial arts school. And this is what I find. A lot of people that when I've worked with clients, I found that they do a great job on the sales side, then they start growing their martial arts school and they can't keep up with the fulfillment. Not only can they not keep up with the fulfillment, the problem then becomes they don't have systems in place, which is why we come along inside of our program to help them keep up with the amount of students that they're growing. And so what ends up happening is they have this huge roller coaster effect and it crashes back down. It goes back up and then crashes back down. Instead of this slow hockey stick curve where maybe it goes up and then it comes down, but then we go back up again and so on and so on. And you really want to have more of a hockey stick curve than you want to have a roller coaster curve inside of your martial arts business. So get to reselling them over and over and over again in those first few weeks of interaction. And then our fifth strategy, the thing that you need to have, is you have to be very, very clear on what your long-term vision is for that student. If it's the best kept secret, if there's no way that they can figure out exactly where they're going with their martial arts journey or what they should be doing, there's going to be a point where that student becomes bored or drops off or starts other martial arts activities. So if you created that journey for them, you and I both know that we want to get people, instead of having them think about, I take martial arts, we want them to become martial artists, right? So how will you get that student to then become a martial artist? What is it that you're going to tell them? How are you going to give them a vision of what the future looks like? I'd encourage you to sit down and map that out and figure out exactly what it is that you need to do in order to cast the vision for the students in your martial arts school and to actively retell what that vision is. Once you can do that, now you have a very long customer lifetime value. And this is going to help you increase not only the profitability of your martial arts school, but it's going to allow you to grow because you're not constantly replacing students every single month. You're growing each and every single month inside of your martial arts school. Speaking of growing, if you have thought about, man, I just wish there was a way for me to learn all these concepts that Jennifer's talking about, I invite you to come to one of our next events. You can go to 7fdlive.com. We have events in March, June, September, and December of every year, because this industry in particular needs experienced martial arts based experts to show them how to grow their martial arts school. And that's why we're taking what our clients actually pay for inside of our program on an ongoing basis. We condense it down, we give it to you in a weekend for you to experience, and we invite you to come to Augusta, Georgia and experience 7FD live. If you've ever wanted to grow your martial arts school and have a very transformational event, this is the place to be. You want to get down here, go to 7fdlive.com and look at our tickets. These tickets go fast. We usually sell out of our platinum tickets very, very fast. So whenever we open up our next session, you're going to want to grab those tickets right away. Until next time, guys, keep being awesome.